Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
All right, what's up, everyone? Thank you for turning in to the night show here on ASAP Network. Of course, you got myself as well as my co-host Sensei with me in the house tonight. Of course, we also got a couple other special guests with us. We got Freddie, who again he loves getting taken to school. I don't know what it is. He got his favorite little spot on the bus. Sensei's driving. I'm on the PA system, so I gotta mess with
for sure. He sits right behind me, Tony. It's crazy. Like he sits right behind me. It's an obsession. I don't know what it is, but it's an obsession.
He's that kid. He don't like sitting behind a bus driver, but he likes sitting up front, like to be able to mess with you and talk smack.
Exactly.
So that's why he likes to
throw stuff at me. Get under my neck, get under my skin.
And he's like, "Who did that?" And he's the only one on the bus.
He's like,
and then we're also joined by another special guest. We got Chris making his first debut here on the ASAP After Dark show. Chris, how are you tonight, good sir?
Doing good, man. Thanks for letting me join on the bus. I don't know where my seat is, but I'm happy to be on.
Right next. Hey, you riding shotgun, Chris. You right next to me.
You take wherever you want to sit at, my guy. And then Freddie, how are you, sir? You ready to go to school?
You got your backpack?
Listen.
Your school supplies?
Listen, I'm the construction man. I'm up there setting up the cones, getting everything ready because we got some cones in the house tonight. And I think Chris know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, bro. I can't. Yo, honestly, I gotta give you a 10 out of 10 for that one, Freddie. That was good.
I thought he was talking about all those bricks from Westbrook. That's what I thought he was going with.
Okay. Now,
Chris, cone, because guess what?
Chris,
a brick to the cone.
Them air bricks.
Oh Jesus.
So obviously we'll talk about it real quick. Elaine and I touched a little bit on it yesterday. And unfortunately, they continue to make us wait on these NBA finals. They're kind of drawing it out. They're trying to get the players a little bit of rest, make the series a lot more interesting. So unfortunately, we didn't have a game yesterday. We don't have a game tonight. We have to wait till tomorrow to see Game 3 of the finals. Chris, since you are a special guest, I'll start with you. Who do you have winning in Game 3? What does Boston have to do to potentially, take home the win? Because now they're going to Madison Square Garden for this matchup. So what do they have to do to be able to send the Golden State Warriors packing? Or if you think Golden State's going to win it, what does Golden State have to do to reaffirm that they're going to be the team to beat in this series?
So I have Golden State winning tomorrow's game. I think they got a lot of momentum right now. Boston's kind of, I'm not going to say they're defeated, but Golden State's going to carry the momentum that they had from the previous game. Steph he's going to come out. I think he's going to come out hot tomorrow. Draymond, he is already, I don't know if y'all saw his interview today. He's talking trash. So he has his mindset on already to come out there and be that defensive anchor that we know he's going to be. I think we're going to see more of a game 1 Jason Tatum for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't see Jason Tatum being up for it tomorrow. And I think that's going to be why Golden State wins this one. Just they're prepared for it.
Okay. All right, Sensei. What about you? Who do you have winning Game 3? You know, like I said, we've seen Jason Tatum. He's got the potential, but he's got it's like his confidence is broken. You know, what does he have to do to rally this Boston team to hopefully take home the W?
I think he just has to be aggressive. I think he has to come out early and set the tone. I think he has to come out and pick his spots, look for his shots. You know what I'm saying? He just has to be aggressive. He has to be aggressive. Like Kobe is his mentor. He has to tap into that Mamba mentality and just come out and say, "F it!" Like I'm gonna make something happen for myself. I think I have Boston winning Game 3, and this is why. And I don't disagree with Chris's points because I could definitely see Golden State winning Game 3 as far as momentum wise. But I have Boston winning Game 3 because of a few things. And I'll start actually with a point that Chris pointed out, Draymond's podcast. Because in that podcast where he was talking trash about talking trash obviously about the game and the Celtics, but he also did did something that I think might eventually bite him in the butt in the end, is that he called out the refs. And he was saying, like, oh, they're not going to throw me out. I mean, it's me. Like, they're not going to do anything to me. Now you put a target on your back. Now they're going to be gunning for you now because they have to, in some way, they have to respond. And referees don't get the same, leniency as far as with the NBA players, as far as, having podcasts and things like that. I mean, of course, they could start one, but anybody want to listen to a referee talk on a podcast. Let's keep it real. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they have to respond in a certain way, and I think they're going to send a message. And I think, especially with Boston being back home in TD Garden, I think that the refs are going to send a message for one, being that Boston is at home, they're going to have a lot more favorable calls. And I think Jason Tatum will finally get his feet up under him and have one of those Jason Tatum games that we expect him to have, because he hasn't put together a multiple string of bad games consecutively throughout this playoffs. Now, if he has a bad game in Game 3, then I'll be surprised. I feel like he's going to come out firing. I feel like he's going to come out aggressive. I feel like he knows he has to shoulder a lot of the workload as it pertains to the Boston Celtics, because those role players play great when he plays great. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feed off of what he does well. So he has to play well in order for them to kind of get comfortable in their groove. Because if he's knocking down shots, then when the defense does collapse on him and he's able to kick it out, then they're going to be able to kind of carry their part of the workload. So I have Boston winning Game 3. I think Golden State will probably win Game 4, so it'll probably go back to the Bay tied 2-2 in my opinion. But honestly, at this point, it's anybody's game, because what the deciding factor in this series is going to be, or I won't even say the series. We'll just keep it to Game 3. What the deciding factor in the Game 3 for me is going to be who wins the third quarter. Because in the first game, the Celtics won the third quarter and they ended up winning the game. The second game, the Warriors won the third quarter and they ended up winning the game. So whoever wins that third quarter is going to win the Game 3.
Okay. Freddie, what's your take on this, sir? Because I don't know. Do you have a little bit of that California love for the brothers up just north in San Francisco that supposedly, and we'll touch on it here in a few minutes, that your man LeBron James may or may not want to go play for because Steph is up there. So
listen, Tony, don't make me fight you.
That's later.
Don't make me fight you.
Anyway,
Tony did that on purpose. He did it on purpose.
Listen here. No, he has some encouragement by another person in the network that I will not say his name. But
well,
listen here, man. Boston will not win another game in this series. I do not see that happening. I believe Golden State is motivated. Steph Curry is going to show the world, like Alana, you, Chris, who the hell he is, that he's the best shooter God's green earth, that he's the best point guard. He's the best point guard.
What?
He's
okay,
the
Freddie.
point guard to Irvin Matty Johnson laced it up. He's gonna show
what?
y'all.
No, stop. Pause for a second. No, pause for a second. Did you just say that Wardell Stephen Curry is the second coming to Irving Magic Johnson?
No, see, you mustn't hear me. Like, there you go. Let's talk
No,
without.
please clarify.
Listen.
Please clarify. Please clarify.
Steph Curry is the best point guard since Irvin Magic Johnson has laced
Is
it
that
up.
not?
I
Is
didn't
that
say
not what I
he's
just
better.
said? Is that not what I said? You said that he's the
Take
second
it how-
coming. I said
take
the
it
second
however
coming.
you
Is
wanna
that
take it.
not the same thing?
Take it however you want to take it, Sensei.
Okay. All right.
Names. Okay, let's go. Name point guards are better than him. I'm waiting.
I'll start with this. Is Steph Curry? I'll ask Chris and Tony. Is Steph Curry a 3-point guard in your opinion?
No.
See,
he's not.
here we go. See, here we go.
No. Okay. Thank you.
What are we talking about, bro?
Let's be honest. If you really want to be honest, there's probably like what? There's 2 point guards in the NBA right now.
Bro, no. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. Go ahead, Chris.
There you go. Want to change the narrative already.
You said point guard. You said he is the best. He is just as good or right under Magic Johnson as far as point guard. That would mean that we would have to classify Steph Curry as a point guard. Is he a point guard or no? Is he a point guard or no?
And I think that's the thing right there. Like, his game is nowhere near what a point guard should be.
Thank you.
See, that's the only thing. That's what you're gonna say. The position. Dame isn't a point guard.
He's like okay.
Dame is 6'3". That's why Dame's a point guard.
If
Dame was 6'7", he's a 2 guard.
If we're gonna say Steph is a point guard, then Allen Iverson was a point guard too. Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
I'm gonna let y'all talk because y'all won't let me defend my point.
Yes, no. Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
Let me defend my point.
I'm not going to answer
that because you want to be defend my point.
Chris and Tony.
I'll answer. What's up?
Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
I've always called AI too.
What are we talking about here? Tony, is Allen Iverson a point guard? You think Allen Iverson is a point guard?
Okay, the reason why I say this is the point guard, your primary role is for everybody else to get going. You want to be the facilitator.
Is a facilitator.
Thank you. Yes.
Tony, whenever you ready,
okay, you can go out and get 12 assists.
Because I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah, let him finish his blasphemous point so I can counteract, please. Let him finish.
We completely
No, Chris, you promise y'all won't interrupt me. Y'all promise. Do you promise that you will stop talking and then let me go? Because I'm not going to talk over you. I got a little cold right now, so I'm not.
I'm going to sip my Stella Rosa and let you talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Now listen here. By listening to the way Chris and Alana talk, I assume that there's no such thing as a point guard in the NBA nowadays. I assume. Right?
Chris Paul and Lonzo.
Okay, so we only got 2 point guards in the NBA. So that means we have a shooting guard. But like I was saying, I'm not going to get off topic. Stephen Curry is the best point guard since Irvin Magic Johnson to lace it up. Stephen Curry changed the game more than anybody else in NBA history. He is the reason why these teams are focusing on the 3 ball because he's done something nobody else has ever done. And he's going out there and he's showing it. The other night, the Boston Celtics couldn't hold that man jockstrap. I mean, you had Al Horford and Jaylen Brown trying to double team this man. And they literally, Steph Curry step back, pass. Marcus Smart come back with tight defense, splash. I mean, Steph Curry is on another level. And guess what? No, we haven't seen the Klay Thompson that we accustomed to. But guess what? We've seen Jordan Poole. He's stepping up, knocking down shots. Andrew Wiggins playing the defense that he's playing and down shots the way he is. Looney crashing the offensive boards. I do not believe that this Boston Celtics team is ready to defend this team because this team can get hot at times. I believe Game 3 Klay will come out tomorrow night. We're gonna see an avalanche down there in Boston, Massachusetts, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown will not be an answer for him.
But here's
my question. I said what I said. That's how I see it.
You really don't think Boston will win another game in this whole entire series? You think
not another game?
Again, gentlemen sweat.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not another game. They're done.
I actually agree with Alana earlier. I have it 2-2, but just reverse
You agree
roles.
with
I have
everything somebody say.
not you, never. I know better.
That's why he's salty. I'm saltier than the Dead Sea right
Tony, I tell this man, I try to tell him that, hey, bro, the Phoenix, they ain't for real. They a bunch of phonies. He didn't listen to me then. And look where he at now, Chris.
Where are the Lakers? Where are the Lakers?
We're shining our 17 chips. That's what we do.
Hey, man. You know what?
Every time you say that again, as much as you hate the Cowboys,
exactly,
sound like a Cowboys fan, my dude. Every time, like we signed.
But you know the difference between me. You know the difference between
shining the dust off of them next to our VCR players with the VHS tapes. They want to see.
You know the difference is, though. But you know the difference. The Lakers haven't won 24 years of irrelevance. That's the difference.
You all went 10.
Can I respond yet, or is it?
No, you can't. Well, keep drinking your Aloe Rose, whatever you're drinking.
It's not El Rose, it's Stella. Thank you very much.
No, Stella Rose.
It's Stella Rosa. Honestly, if you want to just go ahead and throw the little,
I drink each crown.
And that's probably the problem. That's probably where it starts. Right there is that you drink people that drink Crown. You can't trust them. And now I know. Now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you have the asinine opinions that you have, because people that drink Crown do not think straight.
You're drinking a fruit flavored Canadian whiskey, Freddie. A fruit.
You're drinking
Canadian whiskey.
First of all, if you drink Crown, you gotta be at least 45 years old. Listen, if you drink any version of Crown, you gotta be at least 45 years old. Let's just start there, because Crown is an old man drink. It just is what it is. It's cheap. You know what I'm saying? It gets you somewhere else. And
I get. Well, send me something that you drinking then, sis. I'll send you my address.
I got you.
Sis and I drink the same thing. We drink Patron and pineapple juice.
Come on, man. Tony, talk to him, Tony. Talk to him.
Patron and pineapple juice on the rocks, good sir.
All day, every day. But I just have to respond to this whole the best point guard since Magic Johnson thing. Because I've heard a lot of blasphemy over my years. Freddie, did you just text me, bro?
I think he did.
This man just sent me his address. Goodbye, Freddie. Goodbye, Freddie, bro. But listen,
handouts.
Right? No, for real. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Because listen, I know Steph is listed as a point guard, but so is Allen Iverson. So is James Harden. So is somebody else. Luka Doncic.
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard. Like, these guys are shooting guards disguised as point guards, because they fit the mold, and then you gotta put a position next to their name. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be but they're not.
I can't help when the game is changing.
John Stockton is a point guard. Steve Nash, point guard. Chris Paul, point guard. Like these.
Yes, your primary role as a point guard is to get your team involved, to get them going.
Exactly.
It's one of those things where, like, if Chris Paul needs to get 20 points, go get your 20 points. But he's gonna get his 10 assists. Like, that's the important thing for point guard.
Why are we still talking about the cone? The cone is at home.
Saying Steph is a point guard is the same as saying Kyrie Irving is a point guard. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. Like that's no, he's not.
Position says
no, he's not. No, he's not.
Cannot that the game has changed. That the game is not like it used to be in the ABC and the NBA at the beginning of the NBA.
That doesn't matter. Like, because I'm not mad at this, because Chris Paul scores like he's a 20-something, at least 20-something points per game scorer. I don't know his exact numbers. I don't have them in front of me, but he still is like, I'm not mad at the scoring point guard. But if we're gonna properly assess what it means to be a point guard, Steph does not fit that mold. The offense runs through Draymond Green. Draymond gets the ball, he sets the offense up. Steph is coming off a screen, or somebody setting a screen for Steph to come off a screen,
Thank you.
and then he's getting the ball. That does not make you a point guard, bro. It
Steph,
does
like
not.
in all honesty,
But
Steph
I've
has no
also
responsibility
seen
but
Steph
to
Curry
shoot.
get the
Magic
ball
Johnson.
and get
So was
others
Magic.
involved
So
as well.
if we're gonna put Steph in the same category as Magic Johnson, was Magic Johnson playing off ball?
At times, yeah.
At times, but was the majority of the time was he playing off ball? No. Steph majority of the time plays off ball.
He has
Am
the
I
ball in
lying?
his hand at times too.
He what?
But he's playing his strength is playing off ball. That's why he's so deadly, is because how he moves without the ball.
But
You
Sensei,
cannot be a point guard
Steph
and your
Curry
strength
can't
is
help that the
moving
game is
without
changed and the
the
game
ball,
is
bro.
involved. So we're going to
No.
dilute this man
No.
because the game is changing.
No, nobody's taking
That's
anything
what
away
we're
from
doing.
I'm
him.
not
You're
taking
the
nothing
biggest
away
Steph
from
Curry
him.
hater I've
Listen,
ever been
I'm
about the position.
not taking a single thing away from him or anybody else that does the same. Because there's a lot of guards that do the same thing. I'm not taking nothing away from Steph at all. Steph is
So I
going to
guess
always
we
be
have
Steph.
no more point guards. They're
We don't.
A traditional
We
point guard does
don't.
not exist. It's the
No.
same thing
Thank
as like a
you.
traditional center. That doesn't exist anymore. That's what she's saying.
It's positionless basketball at
Yes.
this point because listen, forwards don't play natural forward positions either. Centers don't play natural. Centers are now getting screened for and coming out and shooting threes. That's the evolution of the game. It's positionless basketball. But if we're gonna what I'm saying is my point is if we're gonna put Steph in the same conversation as a point guard, Magic Johnson, that disqualifies him because he's not a point guard. Magic Johnson was a point guard. That was his most the most strength that he had was facilitating the ball. Steph's strength is playing off ball. You cannot be a point guard if your strength is playing off the ball.
I disagree.
So,
Well,
Freddie,
we
to
agree
you,
to disagree.
should a
We
point
agree to
guard
disagree.
be the one setting the offense?
Chris.
No.
Traditionally, yes.
Steph Curry
Point guard
can't
is
help. No, listen. I can't help, and Steph Curry can't help that the game is involved. That is not like how our great grandfathers used to watch the game. I'm sorry.
And that's fine. We get that. But the thing is, though, like what she's saying is,
I mean, hell, we see
to even say that
he's
to even say that though, like look at Magic though, as a point guard, what was Magic? He was facilitating.
Magic lived at a different time and age, bro, where your center cannot bring the ball up.
So what?
The game has evolved. There used to be a time where if a forward, a center, they do stuff like that, they would get benched. It's just a different type of game.
Okay, we just gonna have to agree and disagree on that because the points we making are.
We're gonna have to. I guess your Stella Rosa, you had too much of it because you're not listening.
No, I'm listening. You just don't make no sense.
Okay. Well,
And I think that's
Stella
because of this though.
Rosa.
That's probably why voting is how it is now. That
sir,
is a
coming from
backcourt. It's no longer position.
Coming from a Crown Peach drinker, tread light.
I
I
don't
sent you
drink at
my
all.
address. I told you send me some real stuff.
Got you. I'm Tony. Let's please send him the proper
Hey,
assessment.
Damien, you say we're weird. No,
better
we're not
decisions.
weird. We're just family up here. We ain't weird. We just family up here.
If we didn't love each other, we wouldn't mess with each other.
I would say, listen, it's all up at the end of the day. Freddie's still my brother. Like it don't matter if we agree to disagree. That's still my family.
And it's okay if Freddie's the
That's
redhead of
still my
stepchild. We still love him all the same.
I still love him. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. He look like Major Payne right now, but I still love him. That's still my boy. That's still my boy.
But I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit with this next question because it was brought up.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh, Reggie. So there was the topic brought up earlier, like Freddie said, of we've heard LeBron say how much he likes Steph Curry, and he obviously always picks him whenever he goes to the All-Star team.
Yeah.
Hold on, Freddie. Let me say the question because you're a Lakers fan, and since Sensei is a LeBron fan,
Indeed.
should the Lakers trade him for two reasons? A, LeBron wants another ring. I have a theory that LeBron will not retire until he has at least the same amount of rings as Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's my theory. I think once he gets 6, LeBron James will say, okay, I'll retire because He's going to be at least in his 40s by the time that more likely happens.
True. That's true. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, should the Lakers trade LeBron James, A, so he can go get his ring, and B, so the Lakers can still get some type of top quality revenue back while LeBron still has that type of caliber game left in him that we've seen him play? Sensei, I'll start with you because you're our LeBron James fan.
I say no. I think that LeBron knows what he's doing by putting these little snippets out. Like, he knows it's gonna cause conversation and get people going. I think that he's content with being with the Lakers. I think the Lakers are content with him. I just think that there needs to be, as far as the support, like, they just need to get on the same page. I just feel like everybody's kind of like has their own agenda, and it's not really cohesive right now. But we all know realistically, LeBron ain't ever going to play with Steph. And Steph wants to be better than Bron. Like, he's never gonna be on some, like, you know, I want to team up with Bron and we're gonna win some more championships, because Bron is already ahead of him by one. So no matter how many, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just gonna be added to his total, and Steph don't want to do that. So that's never gonna happen. Like I said, I think LeBron knows exactly what he's doing by trolling like this. Like, he's like a Freddie. He likes to troll. Is your birthday in December, Freddie? Because y'all might be. Never mind. No, but like I said, I don't.
No, it's in July. He's sending me.
Okay. I got you. What July? What? July what? What's
16th.
So you a Cancer like me? Oh wow! I love to hear that. So no, but like I said, I mean, honestly, like I said, I don't think that they should. I don't think that they're going to. And I mean, it wouldn't make any sense, honestly and truly. Like, it just, at this point, like, LeBron's gonna retire a Laker. Like, let's just call it what it is. Like, I don't think LeBron is really interested, because where else is he? If he don't go to Golden State, where else is he really gonna go? Realistically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, obviously, we heard a few months ago, you know, he wouldn't exactly be opposed to going back to Cleveland. I was a big proprietor, though, of if I'm Cleveland, I would not give LeBron the power that he had once before when he came back the second time. I'd be like, look, LeBron, we got completely wrecked after you left. We can't.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, like, I don't.
You got to learn how to make it work with what we got.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I don't think that even that, him going back to the Cavs, is a possibility, because they're young. They're a really young team. They're building, they're treading up. Like, you know what I'm saying, they keep getting better and better. Like, they got some good draft picks. They got some good players out there already. And you know Bron. If you know Bron, you know when he comes to a team, he want to run it. So, and I don't think that Cleveland is going to be interested in, especially an older Bron. Like, if he was, you know, still kind of like semi-prime Bron, then they would probably entertain it. But an older Bron that's more so on his way out than he is, you know, getting younger, they're not going to do that. So,
like Jason wants to play with Bronny.
Yeah, he wants to play, but
that was gonna be my point. Yeah.
But that's if Bronny, because I mean, right now, from what it's looking like, Bronny ain't too highly scouted on the NBA circuit. And he's
points a game.
And he's a junior in high school. Like, as a junior in high school, that's the point where you're supposed to be, like, in those conversations. Bronny ain't in those conversations.
He may not get drafted. Bronny's going to be in the NBA just for name alone.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, is it going to even be worth it at that point? Because they might. Can I
go, please?
Go ahead. I'm done. I mean, I don't really have a question. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
This is the most silliest topic I've ever debated on ASAP Network of the 2 years of existence. I mean, I'm just being honest, you guys. Have anybody seen the Lakers' history? Have anybody watched the move from the beginning to now? What makes you think they're gonna trade LeBron James? I was just on the show with Sensei on her podcast. The one thing about the Lakers is they take care of their stars. No matter what, they are always loyal to their superstars. You never heard a superstar go there, then they be disgruntled. Say, they did not treat me like family. They did not make this feel like home.
Kobe wanted to leave.
They ain't gonna trade LeBron. Come on, now be better than that. I mean, hey, and
He definitely did.
I know who helped make this topic for Tony. He trolls all the time. You need to watch Real Talk on Mondays and Thursdays. He's one of the biggest trolls on this network. I mean, stop it. You know, they've never traded a superstar from Magic. From Shaq. The only reason why they traded Shaq, Jay, was because him and Kobe had beef. I mean, let's be real. Go watch the history. That's the reason. Other than that, they've taken care of all their superstars. Why would LeBron want to go?
Forget, Kobe did want to leave, Freddie. Kobe wanted to go to Chicago.
I'm talking about trade.
But he wanted to leave.
He wasn't happy. The question is, should the Lakers trade LeBron, Chris? It's not talking about should he leave in free agency. It's talking about should they trade LeBron. That's what we're talking about. And why LeBron want to leave in year 21, year 22? Do we know what's going to happen that long down the road? I mean, Bronny got to get drafted first. I mean, it takes. Bronny only averages 6 points a game. Like we're talking like he's going to be a high scout draft pick. Not yet. The way that he's ranked, he is not ranked to be. He's not projected to be drafted as high. Hell, but he'll be in the NBA, but he ain't gonna be drafted as high. So listen, the Lakers don't make moves like that. I've been watching them since forever. So we have trolls in the comments because their team, just like Chris, haven't done 50 some years, been irrelevant. While my team has been stacking up chips. So carry the hell on.
Hold on.
But that's not a shot at you, Ron.
I'm gonna do some math real quick. Hold on, because I'm looking at the 5 year stretch before. I'm looking at the 5 year stretch before LeBron, and in those 5 years. Freddie, take a guess at how many wins they won in the 5 years before LeBron got there. How many wins did the Lakers have total from 2013 2018?
You talking about wins? Mm-hmm. Or championships?
Wins. Yeah, I know y'all didn't have no championships. I know y'all didn't have a bad
stretch. We
won one. Don't do that. We won one. Don't do that.
Between 13 and 18?
We had
they didn't in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. 13 and 18. You're right. Well, no, he wasn't.
That's what he's saying. Before LeBron.
Yeah.
I know this answer. I know this answer. We had a bad stretch. There was one we only won 7 teams. I believe there was one season we won 20 or something like that. We had a bad stretch, but throughout history. When you go back and look at the history, like you wanted to go pull back the 5 years, we got 17 of them. While Phoenix, after 50-some years, haven't done jack nothing.
Freddie, you got 16 before the bubble. You got 16. So get it right. Okay, secondly, I see a blue star appearing on your forehead.
A blue star.
I'm just saying. And so to give you an idea, Freddie, between 2013 and 2017, the Lakers won 126 games.
I was going to say 125.
They won 126. They lost. Let's see.
I have no idea what this has to do with anything.
They lost 284. You went 126 to 284. Here's why I asked why trade LeBron, because I don't feel like it's a stupid question, even though I'm the one that came up with it. I ain't gonna say my own question stupid. Is because you saw
who motivated this?
Y'all saw what this looked like last year. And I already told you earlier, y'all have 8 players under the age of 29. You have 9 of your 17 players over the age of 29, most of them being in their mid to high 30s. Why not?
Most of them will be gone by next season.
I hope so for y'all's sake. But
him already
they was on a 1-year contract.
Y'all already can't get rid of Russ because of the bad contract. Like, y'all are gonna have to eat that whether Russ is on the roster or not.
We could, but it's the best. It's better. It's the best for us to keep him.
Exactly. So, and y'all know LeBron is still playing at a high level, right? Like we can both agree.
At year 20.
In year 20, exactly. So why you already know next year is going to probably suck. Like y'all maybe get a little better, y'all may not, but next year's going to suck while y'all got at least Russ for one more year. So why not go ahead, trade Bron? One of the few things that you can get a legitimate return out of. You ain't getting none for AD. AD's too hurt all the time, and ain't no team going to take that big a chance on that. And ain't nobody going to take a chance on Russ because Russ plays like a brick in the air. Like, come on, man. Like trade him while he's still got value.
They're not going to
Frankie, do you hear this?
Like Freddie said, they're not going to do that. They've invested too much in. Well, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, like on this, I think we kind of forgot one thing too, though. Why would Golden State do this?
True, I agree.
They're not going like that's what I'm saying. Like
this isn't even an option for Golden State to even consider getting LeBron.
They're not.
You're having to get rid of everything.
They're
not.
This topic is worse than COVID.
Their nucleus is already
exactly
so good, and they already had a situation where they kind of broke down their nucleus to get KD, and he left. So it was like
it's fine.
You don't need to bring nobody else in if we, you know what I mean.
You know what? But you know what, Tony? The Lakers are okay with going in stretches because guess what? Throughout our history,
you still got 17. We got 17. Yeah, we know.
Chris, if you listen, Freddie, we don't have the tone of our team.
The Cowboys have. How many Super Bowls the Cowboys have?
I wasn't even gonna bring up a championship. See, that's where you try to read my mind. You can't read my mind. Y'all ain't that good, I promise you. Listen what I'm about to say. Throughout our history, yes, we got the 17 chips, but we've had down periods before. We go through them. But guess what? We rebuild and we will dominate again. So guess what? When Bron leaves and we got to go through down years again, we'll do that and we'll retool. So what? Bron is going to retire in LA. He loves being out there, and he's on the mission. He know what he signed up for. But hey, me and Cincy speak on this topic no more. We just gonna sit back and we just gonna wait till time wind down. And when it's time, I'm gonna be drinking some Stella Rose with her, and we're gonna be saying, "Told y'all so."
I guess the thing is with trading LeBron, though, realistically, I know anybody would love to have LeBron, but you're gonna have to give up too much. Any team's gonna give up too much to get LeBron,
that's what I'm saying.
Has way less basketball left than he has to play.
And that's what I'm saying, Chris. Like, you're gonna have to give up, probably picks or
and like so you're gonna sacrifice your future for a
young core, and not only that, but you're gonna have to give up control too, because like I said, any situation that Bron goes to, he controls. Whether you want it to happen or not, he's the guy. Like he's the GM, he's the coach, he's the what I'm saying, he's everything.
I will say this.
What it is.
Tony, I think I'm gonna disagree with you on one thing. I don't think LeBron cares about getting 6 anymore. I don't think either. I don't think so either. Okay, if he gets 6, it's still Jordan has 6, so somebody's done that. He's gonna get the scoring record. That's cool, but if he can just last long enough to play with Bronny, nobody's done with their son. I think that's the ultimate goal.
I'm about to say I think Bron is at the point of his career right now where it's like, all right, like I'm a 4-time champ either way it go. Like, you know what I'm saying? People didn't expect me to do this. Like they didn't even expect me to be coming from where he comes from. Like they didn't even expect me to be that. So it's like I won 4 championships. I'm at least top 3 greatest players of all time, even if I'm not number 1 in everybody's eyes. I'm at least top 3.
Staying healthy, 70 to 75 games this year.
Man, please
stop saying that, Freddie.
That's not even true. But let me just say this. Let me just wrap this up. Like I said, he, you know what I'm saying? I think he's thinking of it, like I said, in the sense of he wasn't even supposed to be here. He's a 4-time champion. He's going to end up with a scoring record. He has pretty much every record there is in the NBA. He's done everything that you can do. He's a billionaire. Like, I don't think 6 rings really matters to him anymore, because it's like at the end of the day,
it's not even changing anybody's opinion.
Come on, man. Like, and Bron is revered. Like I said,
think he's chasing one thing. You know what that one thing is?
Playing with Bronny. That's the only thing he cares about right this point.
And what else, Freddie? Because I know he was.
I think it's one other thing that he's trying to do. There's one other thing that he's trying to do.
What?
And if he wins 2 of them, he's trying to get on that Laker Mount Rushmore. And I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares. Honestly, I really don't think he cares. Okay. I really don't think
it's not a legacy of the Lakers or LeBron.
Because honestly, and even if he wins 2 more, he's not gonna be in the Laker Rushmore. You gotta think. Shaq,
He will.
Shaq, Kobe. That's magic.
wouldn't.
They've all
Why?
been ingrained and pretty much
If he
bred
wins
by
two
the
more, I
Lakers.
believe.
He's not. He's just
If he wins 2 more, though,
that's just like saying KD is
gonna.
gonna.
About
That's just like saying KD is gonna be. That's just like saying KD is gonna be in the Golden State.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
No.
That's okay. I'm gonna tell you what's this about. Okay, listen. He has to win 3 because he'll be up there with Shaq, but he'll put more championships than the Boston Celtics, and that's what Dr. Jerry Buss, one of his wishes was, more championships than Boston. Guess who would have delivered that? It would have been LeBron. And I would knock off Jerry West. If he win 3 championships, I would knock off Jerry West.
But that's the Laker fan in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, this is the realistic situation we're talking. LeBron doesn't care about that.
Cares. I've heard him
now,
say
if it was Kobe, then I would understand that. If it was Shaq, I would understand that. If it was Magic Johnson, I would understand that because these are guys that have been bred and died by purple and gold. Bron is not that. Bron is a kid from Akron. He came from Akron, Ohio. He's a Cleveland.
He might have came from there. He might have came from there. But like he said, he knows that history of that franchise. He dreamed about all. You heard him say it.
Okay.
He said that, but he said that because that's where he wanted to go to probably in his career. But like I said,
he don't mean what he say. He don't mean what he say. He don't do what he say.
Most NBA players don't.
But Freddie,
okay.
I guarantee you,
Freddie, what he's saying.
Listen,
I guarantee you, Freddie, Westbrook won one for the Lakers. It'll mean more to him than LeBron winning 2 more.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's his home.
Bron won his one.
Yeah, Westbrook just trying to win one period. It don't matter.
Bron won his one. Bron won his one that means the world to him. That puts him in his mind, because he even said it in his mind, puts him in that GOAT conversation, because winning for Cleveland for where he grew up like 30 minutes from the Cleveland arena. That means the more to him than winning in LA. Like winning in LA is cool, but he's
what are we debating?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Did I say that wasn't?
Listen to what I'm saying.
But you're saying that's what he's chasing, though. I don't think he gives a damn.
The people that were at that parade watched that man grow up. Watched that man play high school basketball. Watched that man get suspended for them couple of games when he got them jerseys in the Hummer. Those people, it's a part of Savannah's family. It's a part of his mom's family. He bounced around from this house to this house and had this friend and that friend and like that.
But guess what? It would have been bigger and better if LA would have had that parade than that.
No.
It wouldn't.
Not to LeBron. Not to Bron. No, it wouldn't. To Laker Nation, yes, but to Bron,
that parade would have been much bigger.
No, it wouldn't.
Could you imagine what celebrities could have been on the side? Hollywood, Lakers.
Bron is not from LA, dog. He's from Cleveland.
It don't matter.
You're looking at everything else. We're talking about strictly how LeBron would feel.
No, it does matter. It does matter.
Lakers that parade would have been much bigger than Cleveland's. I promise.
LeBron. Okay, so let me put it to you like this.
Yeah, it would have been a bigger parade because it's in LA.
Let me hold on. Let me put it to y'all like this.
Yeah.
When LeBron won for Cleveland, that Game 7 in the Bay, he cried.
Yes.
He cried. He said, "Cleveland, this is for you."
He cried the one in LA too.
No, he didn't. No, he
yes,
didn't.
He didn't.
I don't think he said, "Give me my damn respect." He just wanted his respect.
Give me my respect. He didn't.
That was it. That's all he cared about.
He did not.
He cried in that one.
AD cried. No, AD
cried.
AD cried. Bron did not
cry. Bron cried too.
Freddie, I do have a question for you. So how many people do you typically ever have in just a Mount Rushmore? Not Lakers Mount Rushmore, just a Mount Rushmore. How many players do you have in it?
4 to 5.
No, you can only have 4.
4 to 5. So you
can only have
tell
4.
me that if LeBron wins 2 more, he's going to be up there with a Kobe, with a Magic, with a Kareem, with a Shaq, with a Jerry Rice, with a Wilt Chamberlain. He's going to beat out one of those players to be one of your top 4 Lakers.
What you doing?
Years that he's been with the Lakers. He's going to be your Lakers Mount Rushmore if he wins 2 more times.
I believe he would have knocked off Jerry West or Wilt Chamberlain.
You going to have him knock off Wilt?
Off the Lakers.
How many championships did those guys win with the Lakers? Let's be honest.
Well, Jerry West only won 1.
Exactly. If LeBron win 3,
Okay, so what? You're Mount Rushmore gonna be like 5 or 6 players?
You know how to do it?
Huh?
Okay.
Okay, so you got Kobe, right? We're not gonna do this in particular order. We got
Kobe
Kobe.
number 1. I can tell you that
Kobe
right
and
now.
Magic are automatically up there.
We got Kobe and Magic. Okay, we got Shaq, right? You can say Shaq. We got Kareem. Okay, that's 4. That's your 4. And then you got Wilt. That's 5. You gonna have LeBron at 6?
I think Jerry West at 5.
You have Jerry. Okay, so you have Jerry West at 5. Then where's LeBron go?
If LeBron wins 2 more championships in LA, I got him at number 5. I got Jerry West falling off.
Okay, so name the top 5.
Sensei's a good. Ooh.
Aw.
That's my little cousin. I'm you good,
Sensei
babe?
good with the kids.
Okay. Oh yeah, I love. Listen, I don't have any of my own, but I love other people's kids. All right,
Those are the
bye,
best
babe.
because you can always send them back to like their
I
parents.
got
Absolute-
LeBron
what?
at number
The
5.
best part.
If he wins 2 more championships, I will got him taking Jerry West spot.
So who's in the rest of your Lakers Mount Rushmore then? Because just so
I got Kobe, I got Magic, I got Kareem, I got
Listen,
Shaq,
can
and I got
I-
Jerry West.
So you're not even going
Right.
through Wilt's just out.
No. Yes, Will's out. Yeah.
Can I address something real quick? Because Damien, you be in these comments talking real reckless, my guy. And let me just say this. I'm gonna just put this comment up for a second. I'm just gonna try to read this.
First of all,
Let's
LeBron's
read
the
it.
best thing in Trainwreck, so he could make some movies.
And it's like my boy. Like if you listen. If you just say you hate the man and move on, bro. Like every time we talk about LeBron, he be in here just talking about irrelevant stuff. Like
Oh, that's what
He-
Damien
he
does.
rather-
Damien is a certified hater. But
he
I love
rather-
seeing
he rather-
Damien.
listen, just a
And
hater,
Will
but
Chambers
my
only
boy.
won
Like
1 championship with the Lakers. Let's be real with that. So it's not like Will dominated as a center for the Lakers multiple champions. He only won
Like
1.
Sensei Chris said, he's a homegrown Laker name. Like,
that's what I'm
LeBron
saying.
is
Like
not-
that's the point.
I
He
agree,
not
but guess what?
homegrown.
But guess what? It matters how many of them do you win. And
why
LeBron would
It don't matter,
have
right?
came
That
here.
matters
No,
to
no,
you.
Freddie,
That matters
That
to you,
matters
Freddie.
to
The
you.
thing we're saying
That doesn't
is
matter
that it
to
means
Bron.
more for
That matters
LeBron for
to you.
Cleveland because he's from
Yes.
Cleveland.
No, Tony.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't Tony question. That wasn't Tony question.
I know, but that
Tony
became our
question was,
point.
what was my-
Yeah.
Tony, can we move on because
If you
he's
listen,
tap dancing
Chris,
around.
what did I
the
try to tell you a
subject.
year
He
ago,
just-
Chris? And you didn't want to listen to me. Now listen to me, sir.
You told me
He
Westbrook
attacked
was
Denver
the
around the
best
subject,
point guard in
man.
the NBA. That's what you told
No,
me a
I
year
told
ago.
you that Phoenix Suns team would never win a
You told me
championship.
Westbrook was the best point
Uh,
guard in the NBA a year ago. Did you not
Tony,
tell me
can
that?
we move on, please?
I didn't say because if we're gonna
Please.
talk about championships, Bill Russell got everybody
Oh.
beat. So
That part.
He was the only person who was 7 foot tall at the time.
I mean,
Like, let's stop talking
But
about
still,
Bill
but
Russell like
but
The
that.
league was a lot different.
and see,
Yeah,
and I'm
and
And there
glad
was only
you
like
brought
4
that up because
teams.
this is why I say that the GOAT conversation is subjective because everybody talks about, oh, it's about championships. Okay, but then when I say 2 numbers, this is
I know who
always
GOAT
this always kills that argument, and they want to just bring up something that doesn't even make sense. 11-7. Bill Russell got 11. Robert Horry has 7 championships.
He
So if
does.
it's about rings, but if that's the qualification for being a GOAT, then Robert Horry needs to be in the GOAT conversation.
You know who the GOAT
He
is?
got
The
1
GOAT
more than
is
Jordan
A$AP.
and
We got a
2
whole
more than
bunch of
GOAT.
GOATs over here.
So
We got
You're not wrong.
A$AP is the GOAT. We got a lot of GOATs over here.
Oh, for sure, we got
Not
all
wrong.
the GOATs. Let's
But
move on.
anyway, we'll move on to a little bit of NFL because I don't know how much podcasting y'all watch, but apparently Tyreek Hill came out with his manager and said that he
Ooh.
wanted to stay with the Chiefs had the
Spicy.
price been right. So, Freddie, I'll let you go first on this one. Do you think? How much do you think a lot of times these athletes will say comments like this? Because I mean, I know I see it a lot as a Cowboys fan that you'll have these players that they will legitimately earn, they earn top dollar money, but that's going to handicap a team a lot of times. Andy Reid has seen this over the years because his defense just progressively gets worse. So Andy Reid said, I can't be breaking the bank for you. We already broke the bank for Patty. We can't be doing it for you. What's your thoughts on Tyreek saying, well, I wanted to stay with the Chiefs if the price was right, but you still want to go to the Dolphins? Because again, I get it. It's a business. Like I'm not upset about that. We at the end of the day, this is it's all about business. It's nothing ever personal. It's go out and make your money while you still can, while you're still able to. But I don't know. To me, I'm always like, yeah, but if you really wanted to stay there, you could take a little bit of a pay cut and still be one of the highest. You could be comparably paid. It ain't like you going out here playing for, you know, a Wendy's 4-for-4 deal. Like you out here making respectable money. But you know, what's your take on the whole Tyreek Hill saying he wants to go stay with the Chiefs?
Listen, when you hear a quote to say, what was the quote about the money again?
Basically, he said if the money had been right, if they were going to be able to work out a deal, that
there
he
you
would
go.
stay.
Okay, so if the money was going to be right, Tyreek, who is the money going to be right for? You. But guess what the Kansas City Chiefs said? We cannot go out there and pay you like the Raiders did with Devontae Adams. And it wasn't like they had to trade for Devontae to pay him that money. The Chiefs was not willing to pay you that. And we all know Devontae Adams is a better receiver than you, Tyreek. And that's no disrespect to you. That's not no knock on your game. But hey, like you said, the Kansas City Chiefs was not willing to put them in a bad cap situation because they knew they had to make decisions on football field. They had to bring in another safety. They had to improve on the defensive end. They had other spots to fill. And Tyreek, if you look at his numbers with Patrick Mahomes versus I can't think of his name. The quarterback before him. Yeah, Smith. If you look at the numbers are a lot different. Your success detained more on Patrick Mahomes than anything. Now you're about to go in a situation hoping and praying that Tua can get you the football. I mean, most of your plays is going to be putting you in action, making. I mean, you're gonna be more running back, I believe, next year than anything. So, hey, if you wanted to be with the Chiefs so bad, you would have made it work. You would have found a way. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs said, okay, here, this is how far we're willing to go. But I believe it was you that you know what? No, I believe that I'm worth more than that, and you gambled on yourself, and that's why you're in Miami.
Yeah. Chris, what's your thought? Do you think it was a good move for him to do that?
A good move for his bank account, yes. For his career, I mean, if you're trying to win a championship, no. But I mean, I agree with it. I would do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I'm going to get more money over here, I'm going to get more money, so I'm going to go over there. Like that's what he's in the NFL for. Right? Mm-hmm. We know he's not going to be. He's considered a top receiver, yes, but he's not going to be like Freddie said. He's not going to get the Devontae Adams money. He's not worth it. Let's just be honest. So you go where they're going to pay you. If the Chiefs were going to make him an offer that he doesn't agree with, I mean, why? Because we know we're going to hear about it during the season. He's going to be a diva. It's going to come up in the season. It's going to create more issues. And yeah, in a way, he made the best move for himself and the Chiefs by just go and get his money in Miami. Go down there and don't plan on playing in February. Is all I can say.
Okay. What about you, Sensei? Do you think this was a good move? Because of course he's like any good receiver. He supported his quarterback. He came out. He said Tua throws one of the prettiest balls he's ever seen. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I know a lot of us as fans were watching. We struggling to see Tua throw more than like 15 yards. So I mean, you think this is a move for Tyreek, or because like Chris said, he's got a ring. You got the one thing most people usually chase after. Now it's just finish padding the bank account.
Yeah, I think that's cap. I think like I made it. It may have been Chris or Freddie that said it, but he was definitely protecting the bag as far as saying Tua's throwing him the most prettiest ball he's ever seen. Like, you don't come on, man. You left Patrick Mahomes and I know Patrick Mahomes. He lost the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He had he lost in the was it the divisional round? I believe last against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So he lost in the divisional round.
Whataburger in Kansas.
He
did what?
He lost the divisional round.
Whataburger, bro.
Yeah, he did. He did do that. So he lost in the divisional round. But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is still one of the most He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He's still an elite quarterback. And let's keep it real. Like Tyreek Hill left because he wanted a bag. And Kansas City was unwilling to give him a bag because they have other holes in their team that they need to correct, and giving him a bag was going to take away from some of that money. So he wasn't willing to compromise, which that's his decision, that's his prerogative. So he went somewhere where a team was able to give him the bag that he was looking for. That's fine, but don't lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to stay in Kansas City as long as they were going to pay you. It wasn't about all the stuff that you're trying to make it about now, because if that was the case, you would have compromised and you would have stayed. You left. Again, nobody's knocking you for that, but just be honest. Just say, hey, Miami was offering me more money, so I went to Miami. Cool. Listen, brother, get your money. Like, nobody's mad at you getting your money. But don't sit up here and act like, oh, well, I wanted to stay in KC, but no, you didn't. You wanted to stay in KC as long as they were going to pay you. The moment that you saw that they were not, you exhausted your options, which again, you have the right to do. But just be honest about that.
Right.
Tua ain't Patrick Mahomes, bruh. That's the prettiest ball that you've ever gotten thrown. You won a championship with Patrick Mahomes. I'm sure you got thrown a lot of pretty balls on that championship run, my boy, because I saw. So let's like really keep it in honest perspective right now. You're not being honest.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we'll move on to the last topic real quick, and I say this because again, it kind of let off a little bit of steam. It's kind of picked up a little bit more. OBJ is still a free agent. The Rams retooled themselves all this past offseason. And OBJ was a little salty. Cam Akers took the number 3 jersey in LA, so he ain't gonna be able to be number 3 no more. So and there's even been a few other analysts on other networks and whatnot saying that they could see OBJ not being signed probably till about mid-season, because again he got hurt in the Super Bowl, so he got hurt a lot later. So it's probably gonna be later in the year before he's able to come back from injury. So my question is going to be, and Sensei, I'll start with you first this time. Where should OBJ sign when he's ready to come back?
I think he resigns with the Rams, and I think I know a lot of people will probably be surprised by me saying this or say, "Oh, well, how?" Because they sign all these people. I think in his heart of hearts, he wants to be a Ram. And I think that the Rams do want him back. I think what currently is happening is they're trying to find a deal that makes sense for both sides. Because let's keep it honest, OBJ, I don't think OBJ is really hurt for a max contract. Like I think he's accepted the reality that he's probably not going to get the top dollar because he is very injury prone. But I think they're trying to find like the common medium where he can get, a good amount of money. And they don't have to really max out on him, because I think LA loved him being there. I think he loves being in LA. I think his persona and personality fits LA. He's made it a point to repeatedly say how he wants to stay in LA and how he's told LA that he wants to stay with them. He was recently at Sean McVay's wedding. So I think, all things are pointing towards the Rams. I think, like I said, they're just trying to find a deal that makes sense for both parties. And I feel like he still can be effective, because let's keep it honest. If he doesn't get hurt in that Super Bowl, he's probably going to win Super Bowl MVP because he was on fire that game. Like if he does not get hurt, he's going away, because they had no answer for him. And that's a hell of an X factor to have on a team. If I can have OBJ as my X factor, like that's a hell of an X factor to have on a team, because he has great hands. He runs great routes. He still has his speed. I follow on Instagram. He seems like he's recovering a lot faster than what people might think. He just dove in a pool the other day with both knees. So, I mean, honestly, that leg is looking pretty good. But like I said, I think he resigns with the Rams. I think, as like I said, I just think that they're trying to find a deal that makes sense, that they don't, go over the luxury tax, but he still gets, a decent amount of money on his end. Because let's keep it, like, he ain't pressed for the money. Like, he got endorsed about the wise dude, so he ain't really pressed for a super huge payday, and he's already still getting paid from the New York Giants, so he's got plenty money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money ain't the issue. It's just, what is the deal that makes sense for the both of us? And I feel, because what I don't just see where else would make sense, but that's just me.
Okay, Chris, what about you, brother? Where
I'm gonna 100% agree with Alana. Actually, one, we didn't get to see him finish that Super Bowl. And I know like that just that competitive nature in Odell, he wants to run that back. Like, yeah, he gets a ring, but did he get the ring, you know?
Yeah.
So he definitely wants to try to run that back. Donald's got signed, like everybody's hungry still. So I think he's gonna re-sign with Cleveland. I'm not Cleveland, sorry, with LA. He's not Tyreek. He doesn't need to chase the bag. He's gonna get his money. He got his endorsements. The contract. He knows his big contract days are over already. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to be dumb and sacrifice a little bit more money for not being able to win a ring that he's not a part of. Because if he gets a Super Bowl MVP, we have a whole different discussion over his legacy.
Man.
So he's going to run it back and try to get that.
Yeah, for sure. He gonna try to right that wrong for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Freddie? Since you are newly found Rams fan,
the lifelong.
What do you?
We love LA. We love LA.
Is that really even a song?
You know,
it sounds like a Snoop Dogg sample, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Hey, OBJ fits LA. He fits Hollywood. That's where he belongs. The players want him there. You heard Cooper Kupp go on ESPN saying how much he helped him. He's back. He wants him back. Sensei was absolutely right. I was going to bring up the point. He was going to bring up the point that, hey, this man was about to be the Super Bowl MVP because he was on a tear.
Yes.
You know, hey, just watch out for the Rams next year. They have been, hey, people keep saying, where did they get all this money? Hey, they brought in Bobby Wagner. Yes, you lost
Von Miller.
Von Miller
and Robert Woods. Robert Woods.
Yeah, you lose Robert Woods, but you got Allen Robinson to go inside of Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
You have Leonard Floyd that can take Von Miller's spot. You brought in Bobby Wagner, and you brought in the best defensive player that we have seen in a long time.
Now, Freddie, y'all did lose one big piece that y'all haven't really accounted for, and y'all haven't gone out to replace. That's your premier left tackle that just retired by the name of Andrew Whitworth.
Tony, it's the fact that you're really feeding into this Freddie being a Rams fan talking about y'all.
Hey, I already know deep down Freddie is still a Packers fan. We are like he just had to come out here.
Tony, Tony, be honest. When I made the decision, me and you was on a StreamYard, I was going to actually be a Chargers fan. I said, I'm going to be a Chargers fan. Be honest.
Because I was the one.
Tell me, Tony.
Oh, no. I was, so to let everybody know, Freddie and I was on a StreamYard, and he told me, he says, man, I want to become a fan of somebody in LA. He said, it's either going to be, is the Rams or the Chargers. He said, I don't want to be a Rams fan because of the run that they're going on right now. He goes, I want to be a Chargers fan. Now, I did make the point to Freddie that if you become a Chargers fan, that's kind of like becoming a Clippers fan. Like the Chargers are the younger brother to the Rams. The Chargers don't get the respect. They don't have the notoriety. They don't have the popularity that the Rams do in California. Now, realistically, neither one of the teams really do. Now,
I was going to say, yeah.
Now, I did tell Freddie, and Freddie even admitted it, he going to get a lot of crap for being, jumping on the bandwagon of the Rams that late in the season. So, while yes, Freddie, I admit, I'm the one who recommended it. You signed up for this. You said you knew early on.
I agree, but I'm just saying that everybody know that I was actually going to be a Chargers fan, but you did bring that point up. I didn't think about that. So don't come for me, Sensei, because you talking about bandwagon. You've been around 4 teams. Hell.
She's still a Colts fan primarily. You got your mic muted, sis.
No, she was a Cleveland fan, a Miami fan, Cleveland. Now she goes to Lakers.
You got your mic muted, sis.
Alana, your mic muted.
Yeah, you sounding real good right now.
That's fine. You're right. But I sit in mine though. You on the other hand trying to act like you've been a Rams fan your whole life. I sit in mine. I said from the gate, I am a LeBron James fan. I am a wherever he at fan. So wherever he go, I go.
And I will say, NFL team-wise, a lot of stayed consistent with the Colts last year.
Listen, come on, man. Like I just stay consistent with them the last it's been like a good 5 or 6 years that we ain't did Nathan.
Exactly.
And I've been right here.
Hey, I'm living back in Indianapolis, and believe me, I know it better than anybody right now.
Woo, boy, it's man. You could probably get a coach ticket for about $20 right now.
Probably. Heck, I still know people that work down there. I could probably almost get it for free. So,
Holla at your girl, Tony. I might have to come pull up on you and have some Patron and pineapple with you.
Hey, let's do. You know what I'm only upset about? That the Cowboys versus Colts this year is back in Dallas.
Oh man,
dang.
You want to go to that game, Freddie?
Yeah.
Frederick.
I didn't hear
Cowboys
that.
Colts.
He said, "Do you
I
want
ain't
to go to
going to
the
Cowboy game.
and Colts?"
But anyway, it's been another episode of ASAP After Dark. I want to thank, of course, Sensei for coming on. She's doing podcasts left and right. She's got the Sports Senseis, which she did earlier today. She's got Beyond the Rim, where they cover WNBA. She's also one of the hosts of the only all-female show on any network anywhere in the entire world. She's the only one helping run it here on ASAP. Of course, thank you to Chris for jumping on, brother. We appreciate it. We're going to definitely get Chris on a lot more podcasts here on ASAP. Chris, you're always welcome back. Of course, anytime, sir, anytime that you like, you just let us know. And, of course, Freddie, thank you. We hope you enjoyed this bus ride. You can feel free to step off the bus. Make sure you
grab your book bag and your school supplies, my boy.
Don't forget your pencil so you can take notes, so that way you make sure this don't happen again. Of course, you can always catch Freddie pretty much on just about every show here on ASAP. He's like a multi-tool. He goes where he works everywhere. Freddie does have Freddie facts, which we question how factual those are. But Freddie does have a lot of smart points at times. But he does have some Freddie facts that come out there. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm on here with the Sensei Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. Central. And then, of course, you can also catch me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on Jawing and Balling with my co-host Joe. Unfortunately, Iman is doing he is doing a coverage of cricket. That's right, a cricket league. So he's going to be out for the next few shows. But again, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please always follow us. We always got great shows. We got great content pretty much 24/7 that we hope y'all enjoy. And we just hope that y'all love us, and we hope that you watch us grow with us.
Thank you for letting me on. It was a pleasure.
Oh yeah, for sure, Chris. You got to pop back on a couple more episodes, brother.
Definitely.
And even if it's just to enjoy the bus ride, Freddie.
Yeah. Even if it's just to laugh at Freddie, you just got to come on.
I'm just glad that I can come on here and talk with my friend Tony. Educate Sensei. I came on her podcast. Damn, Sensei, it's embarrassing. I went on your podcast.
You don't let people wrap up. We've already said bye, Freddie.
Chris, please tell the people that. Come on now, Chris. Please tell the people that what he's saying inaccurate.
Chris, go get that cone out that street.
Hey yo, Freddie.
Hey y'all, Freddie cheats at dominoes.
Oh, I believe that.
Ooh.
Anyway,
yeah, ask him. I beat him in dominoes too.
Freddie bullied his little cousin to change the score. Tell me that didn't happen, Freddie. Tell me, no, Freddie, did that happen?
No, that did not happen. Sensei, we sitting down there. I'm beating him, Sensei. Hey, I was sitting down there. I had to educate him a good old ass whipping, a good old fashioned ass whipping.
Oh,
Sensei, his cousin's like, okay, game's over. Chris,
I tried not to bring
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. What is this right here? What is this?
One of them, you out of pocket, bro.
See, look at him. He won't even admit. That's why he laughed.
I tried not to bring up this ass whipping, but he wanted to bring it up.
Man,
it was one of those ass whipping. It was one of those ass whipping you take behind the bar and you just wear them out.
Oh,
I gave
so
him
Freddie, did that happen? Did that happen? Did your cousin say, Chris, you win and you question?
Did I beat you? Yes, I did beat you.
No, answer my question.
Pretty much, it don't matter how you win, just long as you win.
What's your question?
I'm cheating at you. Were just you. Were
what was your
question?
He's a bully. I didn't hear your question.
Did your cousin say, Chris, you won? Did she say that I won and you made her change the score? Did that happen?
No, that didn't happen.
What?
Chris, you know I beat you. Don't sit up and do that. Don't do that.
That's why
Everybody have a good night, and we will see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, seriously. All right, y'all. We got this thing, man.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.